So it turns out that Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene might watch lefty media. That's right. So I do a show every Monday. I'm part of the show called The Damage Report on the TYT network. Some of you know me from there. What's up, Dragon Squad? Been doing that for how long has it been, guys? 3 years now, every single Monday, most Mondays when I can make it. And yesterday, John and I got this alert that Marjorie Taylor Greene had tweeted, I just watched the Damage Report for the first time. Okay, I'm sorry. I just watched the Damage Report for the first time. These two admitted atheists are attacking President Trump about his Christian faith while claiming to hold moral beliefs. And she goes on and on and on. She's describing the video that she saw. They only attacked Trump and Republicans and never defended any Democrat policies. I think she meant defended, went out. I don't know what she meant. But they complained about summer heat. We did. I mean, anyway, I'll get to that. Too bad they can't understand that the Earth's climate has been changing since God created the Earth. Oh, and if you're a white Trump supporter, they claim you're racist and that you need CRT to understand your whiteness and your racism. There, I watched it so you don't have to waste your time. And she tweeted a screenshot of me and John. Very unflattering screenshot. But she's not wrong. Like for someone who misrepresents pretty much everything, she kind of got the gist of what we were talking about. I mean, the whole God created the earth and that's why, he wants us to perish in a, fiery fossil fuel hell of our own making. That part, let's leave aside. But I did talk about racism and I did talk about, I can get into what I talked about, but I want to show you a little snippet of the video that we talked about. This was John and I yesterday, and you can see, couple things I just want to say. In order for her to have seen the part where we complained about the heat, that was the beginning of that video, of the live stream. What I'm trying to explain to you, if you don't know how this works, is she was tuning in live, people. That's what was happening. Because what happens on YouTube, you clip up the stuff, you trim the banter. She was there for the banter. So she was there for the banter, and she was there for two stories. We talked about Trump's fake religiosity, and we talked about racism in the MAGA base and how they think that so-called anti-white racism is bigger than anti-black racism. Fun, because that's not a thing. So she watched at least 20 minutes of the Damage Report and watched us and didn't really make fun of us, just kind of gave free advertising in this tweet. But it's very funny because you should see the type of what we actually got into. So let me just play a little snippet of this, and I'll fast forward obviously through John's part because boring, you know what I'm saying, and just get to mine.
My question is, how has your faith grown since you decided in 2015 to run for president, and who has mentored you in your faith journey?
Great question. It's such a great question. I've seen so much heartache and turmoil. I was a developer and I did other things, and I had a wonderful life before all this stuff. I didn't know what a grand jury was. I didn't know what a subpoena. What is a subpoena?
I didn't know what a grand jury was. I didn't know what the question was. What am I supposed to be saying? Where am I? What year is it? He was asked a question there by a woman who I'm sure is lovely. And she seems very religious, and she's very interested in the religion of the candidate that she's going to support. So she wants to know about his personal faith journey. And so obviously he starts about talking about the fact that he developed real estate and he gets sued a lot. Now, look, a lot of people are throwing these clips out there and saying he doesn't answer the question, which I don't think is 100% true. I think it's 99% true. He touches on what could almost be an answer. So let's give him the very limited credit that perhaps he has earned. Then we'll make fun of him, but first, a little bit more.
I had a wonderful life. I'm so glad. They asked me the other day a little different question. Are you glad you did it? So you had a
oh God, a little different question. It was a big different question. Now I'm being thrown an ad. This is amazing. I love ads on these videos. I'm trying to rewatch. Support TYT, y'all. But okay, so he didn't answer the question. If you want, he's a little different answer. Let's go to what this intrepid commentator had to say.
He's not even able to fake being a religious person.
That I think is the most stunning part of this non-answer, is that after all these years and after being given so much leeway by the evangelical right, Donald Trump still has not even come up with a line, just a thing to say about his faith, a thing to say about religion and his own Christian faith, probably, even if he doesn't believe it, even if he's never read the Bible, like even if he doesn't know how to pronounce Franklin Graham's name correctly.
Sorry, that's Graham. Franklin Graham.
It is Graham?
No, he's an idiot. He doesn't know.
No, he's an idiot.
He said, so he's like, oh, I love Franklin Graham. Like, oh my God, everyone knows it's Graham. So that is what Marjorie Greene was watching. And then she further, and I gave a little, I don't know if I'm the one to give this lesson, but there was this like anti-white racism question. Do you think racism is a bigger problem against white people and then against black people? And I kind of was like, first of all, not possible to have racism against white people because the whole construct of race created by white people, created by white supremacy. So you can be bigoted, you can be discriminatory, you can have, whatever, call white people names. Racism is a structure of power developed over time by white people and enabled through, systems like slavery. So you and Jim Crow and whatnot. So like, that's not possible. So she might have watched all that. Have we flipped Marjorie Greene, people? Anyway, there she is claiming that she watched it for the first time. And my God, I don't know, y'all. I think she might have been watching it multiple times, because here's the thing. We talk about Marjorie a lot on that show, and I feel like she has, she's got Google alerts on her name. She sees her name. She's like, I'm not in the thumbnail. What's going on? I gotta watch, or like, I'm watching anyway because I usually hate watch it, but then I like it. And, and so it's like, well, 3 months ago when I started hate watching, it was just because it had my name in it. And now I just kind of like it because John's cute, and that brown one, she's all right. I think is she Chinese? So that is my hope and prayer for Marjorie Greene. Of all her hateful, disgusting tweets, that one was pretty fine. So we'll see, guys. Does she keep on tuning in? And I cannot wait for her to utter the phrase, the bitchuation room, or tweet it out and spell it wrong or spell it right. Marge, come on the show. Let's have a debate, bruh. Debate me. We'll talk about whiteness. Let's do it. We'll talk about whiteness. Let's talk about racism. Come on the show. What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/bitchuationroom. Do it.